Hi guys. So something kind of funny happened. I had my family in town to my house here in the Seattle area, and I have a niece and a nephew who are 5 and 7, and they watch my original YouTube video. So before I started doing reviews of clothing brands, I used to do art videos. So I'm an art teacher, and during COVID, started making videos for parents who had kiddos at home that couldn't go to school, so that they would have something for their kids to do to kind of keep them busy. And, my sister was like, help me with something, like, I've got the kids home all day. So I started making these YouTube videos and just kind of ran them as a class. I did most of them over Instagram Live or Facebook Live. And then once I realized I could save them and then post them to YouTube, I started doing that. So I did a bunch of classes, then realized, well, let's put them on YouTube so that people who can't be there live can watch them later. That's kind of where YouTube started for me. Then because I was posting crafting videos, I started taking a look around and saying, what are other people doing? What other crafts can I do with these kiddos? And I stumbled across Mariah Elizabeth. So she is this absolutely fabulous craft DIY gal. She paints, she does digital artwork, she just does all of this stuff, and her channel is so much fun. I definitely recommend you check her out. One of the things that she used to do, well, no, she still does it. Didn't used to. I used to because of her. She still does. So I used to do squishy makeovers. If you don't know what a squishy is, it's like a fabulous little squish toy, and they're so much fun. And when you squish them a bunch, then they start to kind of crackle and fall apart. So I was doing squishy makeovers. I was loving it so much. I was doing my craft videos with kids. I was painting on denim jackets. I did a whole bunch of stuff, and I still love that stuff and hope to kind of get back to it, find like a balance between the crafts and the review videos. But my niece and nephew were here, and the only toys me and Peter have in our house are all of my squishies. So they always bring all of them out, and they, line them up through the house, and they have so much fun with them. And they're asking me about this one squishy, and they're like, show us the video of this one. And they're like holding this little bear. They're like, show us this one. We don't remember this one. And they watch all my YouTube videos. So I was like, oh, okay. And I went to look for it, and I couldn't find it. So then I start looking through all of my old videos, and I realized that I filmed it and never posted it. So today I am bringing back lost footage of a squishy video. So if you're on here and you're like, where's the review? It is not in this video. This is full squishy makeovers. So enjoy yourself. It's such a fun thing to do. I hope to get back into it a little bit more, but here it is, the lost footage for Jason Jade. To start with, I have this very strange silver, what is this thing called? Cinnamon roll. It's very strange why they would ever make it silver. I have no idea. The squish is all right. It's like, you can see how fast it bounces back. It's not that great, but it was a squishy given to me by a girl, Haley, who watches my videos, so I'm very thankful. We're going to go through and do a little exfoliate action, get rid of all the dead skin from our poor little squishy, and then we are going to trim those edges and start to paint a plain white base, because no one wants a silver metallic cinnamon roll. I mean, I don't know, maybe you do, maybe it's just me that wants my food to look like food, but I decided I wanted to take this back to its original form, the type of cinnamon roll that I would want to eat from a bakery. So I started with like a basic nude, and then started going back through to add some dark to the edges, make it look a little bit more realistic with those kind of burnt edges and shadows and things like that. Then I went through and retouched up that white because we got a little messy, and it started to really come together, but I decided that it wasn't quite enough. And so I added this actual white 3D puffy paint so that it would be like thick and gooey looking, and it would look like it was a little bit wet, so that it would look like frosting. So I think that like really sealed the deal, because look at that. Don't you just want to eat it right up? Look at that little cinnamon roll. Yum. I should have sprinkled some like cinnamon on top or something. But either way, I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. I think it's way better than the Silver Galactic cinnamon roll. Let me know below what you think of this little cinnamon roll makeover. Next, we're going to do this strawberry, and one of my mom's favorite things in the world is chocolate-covered strawberries. So I'm going to take this damaged little strawberry and do it up right. When I was young, I used to work at a food cart that would go to the local like fairs and things like that. And I would travel around Washington to, go to the different events and things like that, and worked for this little trailer called Berry Kebab. So they did the berries on a stick, and they would have like 4 or 5 of those huge monster berries, and you'd dip them in the chocolate, and then you'd pull them out, and you'd do a drizzle of, white chocolate or whatever it was. They did a whole bunch of different fun ones, but basically I got the idea from that. So I had this strawberry. It just has a bit of damage and things that needed to be taken care of. So I added a stem, and then I used this puffy paint to kind of fill all those cracks and seams, and then fix where I added the other squishy part onto the leafy greens of the strawberry. So this just basically fills in all those gaps. I had to do so many layers because that was like really weird thin puffy paint, but it made it nice and smooth, filled all those gaps, so it worked out great. So now we need to kind of update the colors since they were a little muddy, a little bit gross. From somebody's hands, not mine, because I got this squishy given to me, so gross. But we're going to go in and we're going to fix it right up, make it nice and clean and pretty, make it a nice, bright, vibrant strawberry, the kinds that you want to eat when you see them at the store and they're so yummy, or if you go to Berry Kebab at the fair and you see those prime, beautiful strawberries. Not the yucky, saggy, ugly ones, because those don't taste very good. Then what I'm doing is I'm going in and I am adding this thick puffy paint. This is like a trend for this video. I am using this thick puffy paint so that it will stay shiny and look like it has this just thick coat of chocolate drizzled on top. And then, like we used to do at Berry Kebab, I am going to go ahead and do a little bit of drizzle over the top using white. So when we did chocolate berries, we'd often do a white drizzle over top. So I took some white puffy paint again because I wanted it to stand out, stand off of the thick, shiny chocolate that we already had on there, and created this little swirly swirl. Look at how shaky my hand is. Ooh. But yes, this one was a lot of fun to do. It came to my mind because as a family, we go to the store and we buy those little round chocolate chips that you put in the microwave and melt down, and we always add them to our strawberries because that is hands down the best way to eat them. We love a little Draxie interlude. Oh, look at that sweet little baby. He just loves getting in the way with his wrinkly little skin. So Draxie's going to enjoy our strawberry, but I hope you enjoyed this one. These were 2 super simple ones because I have a very difficult one that I did, and I wanted to save it best for last. So here's this cute little bear Such a little cutie. It has the best squish out of all of them. Its name is That Large Number. It's got lots of ugly little fingerprints. It's definitely been loved and used with lots of cracks in the paint, cracks in the actual squishy. And it's holding this little cake. So the cake is, it's shedding a bit and it's seen better days. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start by chopping out the cake. Now, I actually did this squishy a long time ago before Mariah Elizabeth did this, and I absolutely loved her version. She kept the cake, but she added to the cake and added to the bear to make it this really cute birthday under the sea themed bear, and it was so stinking cute, and I just absolutely loved it. But for me, I went a different route. I cut out that cake and added this little baby bottle. So it was like a little baby bear holding its little bottle. What I didn't kind of think through was the difference in size of the bottle and the cake. So I take out this little keychain plug, and this bottle is disgusting. Look at that thing. The color on it, it had to have been white at some point. Like, ew, so gross. So we're just going to trim up those edges, get it nice and smooth. And then, again, same to the bear. We want to make sure that everything's as smooth as possible. We're going to use this Fabric Fusion, and we are just going to glob that all over the bear. Now, this stuff usually, you do like an hour or two, and it holds just fine as long as if you wrap, some little ponytails or rubber bands around it. Usually totally fine, works really great. I don't know if I should have cut slits into the bottle so that it was more of an open foam or not. But when I went in with this puffy paint and tried to smooth out the edges so that it would be seamless along that space, so it looked like this actually was meant to go together, it was a nightmare. I mean, it was like, it could have also been that I used puffy paint that was a thinner puffy paint, so it kind of went on like a really thin coat of paint. But look at that, it kept pulling apart. It did not want to stay attached to the bottle. I mean, it was like I did it like 10 times trying to get that thing to just freaking stick. So tips, make sure the sizing's great, or add 87 layers of puffy paint like I did. The edges are a little bit rough, but honestly at this point it just has to do because I had put so much time into it. I decided to make this baby a little baby girl, so I gave her a little bow. It's a very, very small bow, and I wish it was a bigger bow, but that was the bow that we had available, so I didn't want to waste it. Then I decided to go with my favorite color at the moment, which is this beautiful lavender color, which is funny because I actually made this a while ago, but this is my current favorite color. But I just think it's a really cute little baby color. Look at that, a little baby bear. Ooh, and then that bottle, can you guess what we're doing with the bottle? It is brown with pink and white. Actually, I don't think I've ever done anything on this channel that would really give away what that is, but just thinking that it's like cutesy and baby-y. Maybe you have an idea. Comment below if you guessed it correctly before you saw the rest of the video. Comment and let me know if you guessed what I was doing. So we're going through and we are just adding a couple details to this fun little bottle, adding some pink drippies, and then we added a little diaper because you can't let the baby just walk around without a diaper. That could be gross. Then I'm adding these little dots onto the top so that it is like little sprinkles. Is it coming together? Do you know what it is I'm doing now? Now this is one place where I think I went wrong. I started adding the face. I was happy with the black. I was feeling good about it. I liked the size. And then I paused. Okay, so the face looks cute, but it's got these big dead eyes that I paused. I moved on to the bottle and started doing the shading for the ice cream cone. Yes, there it is, folks. It is an ice cream cone bottle. Yum. Did you get it right? Let me know below. I want to know who got it correct. So I went in and added shadows and highlights to make the waffle cone part look the most realistic as possible. And then I started adding some shading in different colors into the ice cream portion to make it look like a bottle, but also just to give it a little bit of dimension. Then I went in with some juicy highlights to make it look so yummy. Okay, this is what I was talking about. This is where it gets weird. So then I added the whites of the eyes. I'm like, I don't want these black holes. So I added the whites, and then things got weird because then I took this squishy and I gave it human eyes. I mean, no one that I know has purple eyes. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what I did. But full-on human eyes. Like I gave him the colorful part. I gave him the pupil. Like he is staring into your soul with those eyes. So I'm not really convinced that I like her eyes. Let me know what you think about them. I mean, I definitely don't think they're the worst, but it's just funny to me that this little bear has human eyes. But isn't she so cute? She's got her little bow and her little diaper on. She's got her bottle that's a special ice cream bottle. And she's looking at it like, oh, look at that. Oh, so cute. These are the 3 squishies that I came up with. I had so much fun doing them. Again, 2 more easy squishies because I just spent so much time working on that bear. We've got the cinnamon roll with the ooey gooey icing. We've got the cute little baby bear. And we've got the chocolate covered strawberry. Let me know if you have a good name that I should name the bear. Comment below. I hope you guys enjoyed my squishy video. I know that this is kind of a random place to go. It's been so long since I've done it, but let me know below if you thought that it was kind of fun. I plan on starting to do more of it as well. So just kind of incorporating my art back into my fashion with painting on denim jackets, things like that. So let me know if you thought that this was fun. I've got some other videos if you would like to check them out of other squishy makeovers, and just on top of that, just lots of crafts and things that you can check out if you just scroll down on my YouTube page. So you scroll down, you'll find all my art stuff. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great week, month, wherever you are. Bye-bye.